Have you ever worked hard all month, received your salary, and within days, it feels like it's already gone? Not because you're reckless, not because you're lazy, not because you don't care. But somehow, you're always catching up. What if the real problem isn't your income? What if it's something quieter, something most of us were never taught? Poor planning. And today, we're going to talk about how poor planning silently destroys your finances, even if you're doing your best. Welcome to Simple Money Lab, where we break down money so it actually makes sense. If you're serious about financial clarity, hit subscribe and watch this video to the end. Now, let's dive in. Number 1. The hidden problem nobody talks about. When people struggle financially, the first thing they blame is income. I don't earn enough. And yes, income matters. But here's something uncomfortable. There are people earning modest incomes who stay stable. And there are people earning decent incomes who are always stressed. The difference often isn't how much they make. It's how far ahead they think. Poor planning doesn't look dramatic. It doesn't look like wild spending. It doesn't look irresponsible. It looks normal. And that's why it's dangerous. Poor planning looks like asterisk paying bills only when they show up, asterisk hoping no emergencies happen, asterisk ignoring irregular expenses, asterisk living month to month, asterisk telling yourself, I'll fix it next month. And next month keeps repeating. Number 2. Living in survival mode. Most people live in what I call 30-day thinking. Everything revolves around payday. The goal becomes simple. Can I survive until the next paycheck? But survival is not stability. When your focus is only the next 30 days, you're constantly reacting. And reactive living is expensive. Think about it. If your car needs maintenance, that's not random. If school fees come every term, that's not random. If rent increases over time, that's not random. But without planning ahead, predictable events feel like emergencies. And emergencies always cost more. Number 3. The emergency illusion. Let's talk about unexpected expenses. Most people say, something always comes up. But if something always comes up, then it's not unexpected. It's unplanned. Cars break down. Phones get damaged. Medical bills appear. Family needs support. Life is not predictable in detail, but it is predictable in pattern. Poor planning turns normal life events into financial crises. And each crisis pushes you slightly backward. Not dramatically. Just slightly. But over years, those small setbacks compound. Number 4. The paycheck illusion. Here's a quiet trap. Many people believe their income is their plan. As long as I'm getting paid, I'll be fine. But income without direction disappears quickly. Imagine pouring water onto flat ground. It spreads everywhere. That's what happens when income has no assigned purpose before spending begins. Bills pull from it. Convenience pulls from it. Impulse pulls from it. Pressure pulls from it. And by the end of the month, there's nothing left to show for it. Not because you're careless. Because you didn't decide ahead of time. Number 5. Emotional avoidance. Planning requires looking at numbers honestly. And for many people, that's uncomfortable. It forces you to see. Asterisk how much you really spend. Asterisk where your money actually goes. Asterisk what you can't afford yet. Avoidance feels easier. So instead of planning, people guess. Instead of preparing, they hope. Instead of reviewing, they assume. And hope is not a strategy. Hope without structure creates repeated stress. Number 6. Real life example. Let's talk about James. James works full-time. He earns enough to cover rent, food, and transportation. He doesn't overspend. He doesn't gamble. He's responsible. But he never plans beyond the current month. One month, his car breaks down. The repair costs $800. He doesn't have it saved. So he delays rent slightly, uses a credit option, borrows from a friend. Next month becomes tighter. Then school fees arrive. Then medical costs. Nothing extreme. Just normal life. But because James never looks 3 months ahead, he's always surprised. And being surprised financially is exhausting. After a few years, he feels stuck. Not because he failed. Because he never built a forward plan. Number 7. The cost of reacting. When you react instead of plan, 3 things happen. First, you pay more. Late fees, urgent repairs, rushed decisions. Second, you feel constant stress. You start fearing your own bank app. Third, your confidence drops. You begin telling yourself, "I'm just bad with money." But you're not bad with money. You're operating without a roadmap. No one thrives without direction. Number 8. Lifestyle drift. There's another silent problem. As income increases slightly, lifestyle increases immediately. Not dramatically. Just slightly. Better phone. Better subscription. More convenience spending. Eating out more often. This is normal. But without planning, small upgrades become permanent expenses. And permanent expenses reduce flexibility. Flexibility is what protects you during hard seasons. When planning is weak, flexibility disappears. And life feels tight, even if income grows. Number 9. Planning is not restriction. Many people avoid planning because they think it means no enjoyment, no freedom, no flexibility. But real planning actually creates breathing room. Planning is simply deciding ahead of time. It's saying, "This is where my money needs to go first." It's clarity, not punishment. And clarity reduces anxiety. When you know what's covered and what's not, you stop guessing. Guessing is stressful. Number 10. The 90-day perspective. Here's a powerful shift. Instead of thinking 30 days ahead, start thinking 90 days ahead. What bills are coming? What renewals are due? What seasonal expenses are predictable? You don't need perfect accuracy. You need awareness. When you see further, you react less. When you react less, you make calmer decisions. And calm decisions usually cost less than rushed ones. Number 11. Poor planning damages relationships. Money tension is rarely about one big mistake. It's about repeated small pressure. When planning is weak, arguments increase, blame increases, stress spills into conversations. But when structure exists, discussions become calmer. Clarity removes unnecessary conflict. And financial peace is not about being rich. It's about reducing chaos. Number 12. Identity and planning. If you constantly feel behind, you may start believing, "I'll never get ahead." That belief is dangerous. Because identity shapes behavior. If you believe you're always behind, you stop expecting stability. You stop planning long term. You lower your standards. Poor planning doesn't just affect your wallet. It affects how you see yourself. And how you see your future. Number 13. What actually helps? Now, this is not financial advice. But here are mindset shifts that change everything. First, look ahead before you spend. Not perfectly, just intentionally. Second, separate regular expenses from irregular ones. Irregular doesn't mean rare, it means periodic. Third, accept that life will cost money beyond basics. That's normal. Plan for it. Fourth, stop relying on next month to fix this month. Structure fixes patterns, not hope. Number 14. A calmer view of money. Money does not have to feel chaotic. It doesn't have to feel dramatic. It doesn't have to feel like survival every month. Planning is simply preparation. And preparation reduces fear. When fear reduces, clarity increases. When clarity increases, confidence returns. You don't need perfection. You need awareness. You don't need massive income. You need direction. Now we move to simple action step. Today, or whenever you're calm, do one thing. Not something complicated. Just write down the next 3 months. List. Asterisk known bills. Asterisk known renewals. Asterisk known responsibilities. Don't judge. Don't panic. Just observe. Because once you see clearly, you stop being surprised. And when you stop being surprised financially, you stop feeling constantly behind. Poor planning destroys finances slowly. But intentional awareness rebuilds stability slowly too. And slow, steady clarity is better than fast chaos. If this made you reflect, share it with someone who always says, I don't know where my money goes. Because sometimes, the problem isn't income. It's the absence of a plan. Thanks for sticking with me until the end. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, drop a quick comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe if you want more relatable money talks like this one. Don't forget to share it with a friend who might need to hear it too. See you in the next video. Take care.